If you're watching this video, congratulations. You just made a decision that might just change your small business forever. You signed up for FrontDesk and now you can measure your marketing. Now you're in control of your small business instead of it controlling you. But you're a small business owner and I know you're probably really busy. So let's get right down to business. I want to show you how to create your very first marketing campaign using FrontDesk. So this will be a screencast video, so you're going to see exactly on the screen what you'll see as you're creating your very first campaign. So the first thing we'll do here is we'll just type in tryfrontdesk.com. Here's the main screen. I'll go up here and I'll log in to your account that you just created. And then I'm going to type in my FrontDesk admin account here. And we'll log in. And here's the main screen of FrontDesk. As you see, it's very simple. We've made it as easy as possible. There's just three buttons there: campaigns, prospects, and ideas. To create your very first campaign, it's pretty simple. So we'll just go over to campaigns and click. And then we have two options here. Again, when we designed this software, when we designed FrontDesk, we wanted to make it as intuitive as possible, as clean as possible. So that's why there's actually no user guide or manual or anything like that for FrontDesk. You can really figure out how to use it by yourself. There's really no training manual or anything like that, which is pretty cool. So as you see, it's pretty simple. There's only two buttons here. So if we click on View Existing, then we could view all of our existing campaigns. But because you're a brand new user, you don't have any yet. So we're going to create a brand new one. So we just click Create New. And this is where we title the campaign. This isn't anything that the public is going to see. This is just for your internal use when you're going back and looking at campaigns. So let's imagine that you own a local movie theater in your town. So we'll call this ad first campaign free popcorn, and I'll get to that later why I put free popcorn here. And description, so where is this ad being run? Is this a newspaper ad? Is this an ad on Facebook? Is this ad on the radio? For now, let's put Facebook. Facebook is usually the fastest way to get an ad launched and get some brand new customers for your business. The total cost. Now, I want to be very clear on the total cost here. This is not money that you're paying FrontDesk. This is just to help FrontDesk calculate for you how much you spent on this so that FrontDesk can calculate an accurate cost per lead. So let's say that you were going to just put, a small ad onto Facebook. Let's say you were going to spend $100 on Facebook. So you would just type in 100 right here. And again, you're not paying FrontDesk $100. You're just telling FrontDesk how much you budgeted for that ad. So let's say that you get 25 new customers from this Facebook ad. FrontDesk will just automatically calculate for you 100 divided by 25 new customers that signed up is $4 a piece. So you paid $4 for each customer. So your CPL, or your cost per lead, is $4. Now, obviously that math is pretty simple to do, but it gets a little bit harder if you have odd numbers. If you spent $150 on a campaign and got 13 new customers, or you got 18 new customers, or you spent $50 on a campaign and got 36 new customers. That's when it kind of comes in handy to have FrontDesk just automatically calculate that for you. So again, when you type in the cost of your campaign here, you're not actually paying FrontDesk anything. You're just telling FrontDesk how to calculate the cost per lead of your campaign. So I'll click Next Up. And here's where you pick your theme. I'll just use the default here. This one's the easiest to go with right away, so I'll just click Use Default. And here is the landing page builder of FrontDesk. It might seem complicated at first, but it's really super easy. So everything over here is where we're actually going to build our landing page, okay? All this right here is just a live preview of what your landing page would look like on a computer screen. So as I enter stuff over here, it'll enter it over here in real time. So here's the page headline. So if we want to change that, let's say free popcorn. As you see, it updated it live right over here, so I can see what my front desk landing page will look like as I'm creating it, which is pretty helpful, especially when you're doing it for the first time. Over here, if you'd like, you can see what your front desk landing page would look like on mobile or on a cell phone. So if you just click mobile, it'll change this to a cell phone, so you can see what your front desk page would look like when it's scaled down to automatically fit a cell phone screen. And FrontDesk will do that automatically for you, which is pretty cool. So let's change back to the normal view here. And like I said, let's imagine here for this example that we own a movie theater, a local movie theater with 4 or 5 screens, let's say. And our offer here, what we're going to offer people to get their contact information, let's do free popcorn. This is actually probably the most important part of any advertising campaign, is figuring out a strong offer. If there's one thing that most small business owners don't give enough thought to, it's not having a good offer. You can do everything else right when creating a front desk campaign, when creating a measurable marketing campaign, but if you don't have a good offer, it's not going to work, because ultimately, even if you're able to drive, lots of traffic and hundreds of hits to your front desk landing page, your front desk website, if potential customers and prospects get there and you're not making a very good offer to them, they're not going to give you their contact information. They're not going to sign up with their name and email. You have to give them a fair trade, a fair exchange. This is essentially a barter. They're making a trade. You're giving them something of value, and they're giving you something of value, which is their contact information. So if you're a movie theater, it probably wouldn't work to do, 10% off a ticket. If an average movie theater ticket is $10, that's really only $1 off. That's not a very good deal. So what I would do is something that's an irresistible offer. And this is something I talk about in my book, Main Street Marketing, an irresistible offer. Now, in a literal sense, an irresistible offer means it's something that you cannot resist. It's irresistible. It's such a good offer that the prospect would actually feel stupid saying no. And that's a good litmus test when you're creating these offers. Is the offer so good that, as a small business owner, it actually scares you a little bit because it's such a good offer? Is the offer so good that it's truly irresistible? Is the offer so good that your prospect would actually feel stupid saying no? Are you making a really compelling offer, or are you just carelessly, throwing out a 10% off coupon? And I see this all the time with small businesses. They, pay money to advertise in the newspaper or on Facebook or local cable TV spots, and they put offers out there that aren't very strong offers. It's come on in for 10% off an oil change, or come on in for 20% off drinks after 8 p.m., or come on in, if you're a movie theater, for buy one, get one free popcorn. Even that right there, buy one, get one free, that might seem like a compelling offer, but really it's not, because if you weren't otherwise planning on going to a movie anyways, would buy one, get one free popcorn really convince you to go see a movie? It might not. And if we're creating measurable marketing campaigns to get people to opt in, to build our list, we want to make sure that we incentivize them as much as possible to sign up for our list, because ultimately what we're trying to do is build the list. That's the whole point. And I've actually created entire trainings and products and programs just based around this, crafting a good offer. So don't just carelessly type something in like 10% off. Really give some thought to how you can craft an irresistible offer, an offer that is so good that every single person that visits your front desk landing page is going to sign up and gladly give you their contact information because it's such a good deal. Because once you have their contact information and they're on your list, you can market to them over and over and over again for free. And you've earned their loyalty. So let's say again that you're a movie theater owner. So for my copy over here, which is essentially the subtitle, we'll put click here to receive a, actually I'm going to put receive your, it's always good to use personal pronouns. Click here to receive your free, click here to receive your coupon for, I'll put a free large popcorn. And as you can see, I keep changing this as I'm creating it, so you know I'm doing this live. I didn't have this written down beforehand. I'm going to go over to Google next. I'm just going to find a picture of a large buttered popcorn. I'm going to put that right here. We'll go to images, and what's a nice image of movie theater popcorn? There we go. I'm actually just going to save this image. Awesome. Just X out of that. So the submit button right here, this is what you want the actual button to say that they click submit. I'm going to say yes, send me the coupon. Click here to receive your coupon for a free large popcorn. You really want that headline to pop out so the person instantly, when they get to your landing page, knows exactly what they're signing up for. And here is where we can change the actual URL, the actual website title of this. So I'm just going to change that to free popcorn. Click next here. And here is where I'll upload the picture. So the picture will go right here. You can also upload a video if you'd like, and it'll actually autoplay automatically. So if you did that, you would just click video and then just paste the YouTube link there that you'd want, and it'll automatically play when they get there. So all you would do is just click autoplay here, and then it will automatically play when the page loads. But we'll click here and go back to image. And then all I have to do is click here to upload the image I want, and popcorn. And boom, there's a picture of hot buttered popcorn. So this is perfect for our ad. Click next. And here we can change the form color if we want. We can change the headline color. We can change the button color, the hover button color. So let's change the form color. Let's try red. Red would look kind of cool. Right, yeah. Bright red. We could change the headline. Right now it's blue. Let's maybe change that to yellow. To kind of match this. You know, I'm trying to kind of match this. The copy is just kind of this right here. So maybe I'll make that white. See what happens here. Yeah, I think that looks good. And then, oops, looks like this is getting a little cut off here. I will change the button color to that yellow. And then I will change the actually, now that I look at that, that's a little hard to read. You know, that's why we have this right here, so you can see exactly what it'll look like while you're creating it. So I'm going to go ahead and change the button color back to maybe a white. experimenting with the color. That blue actually pops out really well. That blue looks good with that red. So free popcorn, because it's yellow, the headline kind of really pops out, and it kind of matches the yellow buttered popcorn over here. Click here to receive your coupon for a free large popcorn. And then we're just going to ask for their name and email address right here. Looks like I've got a low battery. And we'll go to next. And here we can put Facebook web remarketing. If you don't know what that is, don't worry about that. We can cover that in further kind of more advanced training videos. Facebook like button, if you wanted to add that, all that does is it'll provide some social proof on the bottom. You would link to your Facebook page here if you'd like. And that way, right here, right underneath it, it'll actually show all their friends on Facebook that have liked your page. So it kind of builds some social proof and gives you street cred for your business. So let's click Save and Continue. And here's custom domain name. So if you wanted to, this is completely optional, you could type in a custom domain name for your FrontDesk landing page, so that if you're running an ad on the newspaper or on Facebook or on the radio, you could type in www.freepopcorncoupon.com. Okay, and if you hit search, it'll ask you, and I have no idea, oh, it looks like it actually is available. Freepopcorncoupon.com is available. It's $18 a year. And then if I clicked register domain right here, it'll ask me for my password just to verify again that it's you. And then we'll add that $18 to your next FrontDesk monthly invoice. For now, we'll just skip this step because, of course, this is just kind of a training video. So we'll skip this step. And here's the squeeze page. This is called the squeeze page because here's the page where we actually gather all of the customer's contact information. So they get to this page after clicking the button saying, yes, send me my coupon. And this is where we're going to ask them for their entire contact information: first name, last name, address, city, state, zip code, phone number, email address. And the reason we do that is because we want to get their full mailing address so we can put them on a direct mail list. Maybe send them postcards in the mail, send them a handwritten thank you note when they've signed up. That's a great way to build a deeply emotional, lasting connection with your brand new customers, is send a personal handwritten note. Most businesses don't do that, so let's say that in this instance, you own a movie theater. Rather than just sending out email coupons, if every person that signs up here actually receives just a short handwritten message from the owner, with a picture of the movie theater, on the postcard, it would probably cost 20 to 30 cents to send that out, maybe 40 cents at the absolute most if you're using a larger postcard. That would build a very, very deep connection, build a lot of trust and loyalty with that customer if they knew that the owner of that small business took the time to handwrite them a personal thank you letter. Because the big franchises, the chains, the kind of national businesses, your bigger competition is not going to do that. I guarantee you they're not going to do that. So be thinking about that while you're creating your FrontDesk campaigns, is how can you follow up and build loyalty and build trust with your new customers that you're getting from these measurable marketing campaigns. So again, the same thing when you're creating your squeeze page, you'll do it over here. This is where you enter in your information and you can see it live over here, what it'll look like. So here's the title. And let's say awesome. Awesome. Tell me where to ship your free coupon. And I'm going to capitalize free because we want to remind them that they're getting a coupon for free popcorn. Again, the offer is so important, guys. The offer is so important. If you ran an ad to an offer for 10% off a ticket or 10% off a soft drink, you're probably not going to get anyone to sign up because that's just not a very good deal. And that's what most small business owners do, is they offer 10% off this, 15% off that. It's just not a very good deal. So I'm just going to type in, awesome, tell me where to ship your free coupon. I'll get it in the mail right away. And then let's say that you live in Smith County. Let's say that you live in Smith County, Kansas. I'll get it in the mail right away. If you live here in Smith County, it should arrive within 2 to 3 days. The reason I put that here is that if someone actually does live in Smith County, let's say that your movie theater is in Smith County, Kansas, that really stands out to them because it shows that you're a local. It shows that you're a real person, that you know where Smith County is, and they're not just signing up for some automated machine and they just didn't sign up to someone's email list. They're going to spam them. So it just really personalizes it and it proves that a human being actually designed this. So on the submit button, I'll put the same thing, send me the coupon. Awesome. Click next. In the image, we'll do the same image of the popcorn. And it's uploaded. Awesome. And again, you can also put a video there. Maybe you would film a quick video of you, the owner, standing in front of your theater or standing in the lobby holding a popcorn. Let's say your name is Bob, and you say, "Hi, I'm Bob, owner of Bob's Movie Theater here in Smith County. I wanted to offer you a very special deal. I'm trying to spread the word about my theater, and I thought the best way to do that would be to simply give away free popcorn. I'm really proud of my movie theater. We have great screens, great quality sound system, a great atmosphere, and our popcorn tastes amazing. So click here to get your free coupon for one large buttered popcorn for free. I'll see you at the movies. Thanks." Just film a quick video like that. Something, I don't know, 15 or 20 seconds long, just to demonstrate again that you're a real person, that you're a real small business. You're a real local brick and mortar business. So again, you could film that, and then you just click video here and paste the video link right here. But for now, we'll just click image, and then as you see, this is what the squeeze page will look like: an image of the popcorn, and it'll ask them for their full contact info, everything, phone number, email, and if they don't fill out all of this, then it actually won't let them submit. So with this offer, what I would do is tell them that you'll mail them the coupon, because that gives a logical reason for you asking for all of their contact information, is that you're going to mail them the coupon in the mail. So they better give you an accurate address. I'll click next. And if you wanted to, too, you could add a custom field here. You can add multiple choice questions at the bottom of this form. How'd you hear about us, etc. So to do that, you just click Add Field. You can do paragraphs, drop-down choices, multiple choice. That's pretty easy, but we'll just keep moving on here. Let's just assume that you don't want to do that right now. You could add Facebook pixel tracking here too. If you don't know what that is, again, that's totally fine. We will cover that in future videos about kind of the more advanced marketing strategies. We'll save and continue. Alright, so we're on the thank you page. This is the page that will display automatically once someone has filled out the squeeze page and they've given you all of their contact information. So at this point, they've opted in twice. We've really qualified them as good customers, because not only did they click to visit your landing page, they clicked and they entered their first name and their email, and then after that we asked for all of their contact information, and then they gave us their address, their email, their phone number, everything, the full mailing address. So at this point then they'll see a thank you page. You can type in what you want as the headline up here. So maybe we'll just capitalize it, all caps, thank you, add an exclamation point. And then you can type here whatever you want. If you're a movie theater owner, maybe you say, "See you at the movies." And let's say your name is Bob. Maybe we'll just put Bob. If you want to, down here, I would really recommend actually filming a video. And this can be literally a 5-second video. It can be a 10-second video. You can film it with your cell phone. It doesn't need to be professional at all. In fact, it if it seems a little bit grassroots and a little bit amateur, that's actually a good thing, because it'll prove that you're a real small business owner. You don't have a big, corporate budget. So what I would do is just take a cell phone, take a very basic video camera and film a quick, 10-second video of just saying, "Hey, it's Bob, owner of Bob's Movie Theater here in Smith County, Kansas. I want to thank you so much as a local small business owner. I really do appreciate your business. So bring in this coupon, get your free large popcorn, and enjoy the movies. Thanks again." Just a really quick, friendly video that shows you on camera, so they can see who you are. They see that you're a real, living person. You're a real small business owner, and just thank them, from the bottom of your heart. Thank them for signing up. Thank them. Tell them that you really do appreciate their business as a small business owner, because that really speaks volumes to who you are as a person, and that helps you stand apart from the big box, national franchises. So what you would do is just upload that video to YouTube, and then just paste the YouTube link right here. So, and then that will automatically play as a thank you page once they've signed up. So we just click Add Page here. And here's where we create the automatic autoresponder follow-up emails. So what we're doing here is creating an email that'll automatically be sent out to everyone that signs up for your campaign. So right here it says day 1. We can set this to go out on day 1. We can set it to go out a day later on day 2. We can have this email go out 20 days later. And you can create as many of these follow-up emails as you like. So if you want to create a long-term, a drip campaign, an autoresponder campaign, you can do that. You can add as many emails as you want. As you see down here, there's add another. So you can add another email. But for now, let's just do one. This is going to go out on day 1. It's an email. And the subject line, what you want to do in your subject line is reference what they signed up for, so they don't accidentally delete this email from their inbox. So remember that we were imagining that we owned a movie theater and we were giving away a free popcorn to help build our list and get people in the door. So let's say your free popcorn. Actually, let's just put free popcorn coupon. And the reason that often I'll put and then the little colon is because that assumes that you're replying to something. When people see email subject lines that include RE, that's kind of the universal sign for reply or replying. So they're very highly unlikely to just delete that email. So I'll put free popcorn coupon. And then I will put hey, and then if I click this button right over here, the personalization tags, right here, I'm going to click the top one, insert first name. So again, to put that there, I click over here to personalization tags, and I click the top one, insert first name. And that pops up there. And then I'm going to type a comma right here, and then a space. So what that's going to do then is on that first email, this will automatically go out about half hour after their sign up. It's going to automatically insert their first name. So my name's Tim. So let's say that I signed up for your coupon for a large popcorn. It would say, "Hey, Tim," and it puts the comma there. So automatically it'll put my name in there. So everyone getting this email, it's customized to them. So, "Hey, Tim, I just saw that you signed up for our popcorn coupon." Typically here you want to ask a question because you want to create a conversation with your customers. You don't just want to send them a mass email that's not personalized and looks like it got sent to thousands of people. So you want to kind of customize it a little bit. So again, if my name's Tim, it'll automatically say, "Hey, Tim, I just saw that you signed up for our popcorn coupon. What's a good question? A short and sweet question to ask if you own a movie theater. I just saw that you signed up for a popcorn coupon. Have you ever been to have you ever been to our theater before? Or maybe I'll ask a question like this, a really direct question. Do you live here in Smith County? And then often what I'll do is I'll just put a hyphen here, and imagine your name is Bob. Your name is Bob, the owner of this theater. I'll just put Bob. And often, actually, intentionally, I won't capitalize this because I want it to look like you quick sent out this email, and you didn't even have time to capitalize your name. So, hey Tim, I just saw that you signed up for our popcorn coupon. Do you live here in Smith County? Bob. That's an autoresponder email. This email will be sent out on your behalf by FrontDesk automatically every time someone signs up. Like I said, typically it's going to go out 30 minutes after they sign up. If it went out instantly, it would kind of be suspicious. It would kind of be obvious that that was an automatic email. So by sending it out 30 minutes later, it gives the person a reason to believe that you actually sat down and typed this out. So it looks like a totally personal email. Most people won't really realize that it was, in fact, an autoresponder email. So again, let's say my name is Tim. I would get this email from you after signing up for this coupon. Hey Tim, I just saw that you signed up for our free popcorn coupon. Do you live here in Smith County? Bob. And by ending it with a direct question here, do you live here in Smith County? What we're doing is inviting them to reply. Because we ended in a direct question, it's almost perceived as rude not to reply. So a lot of people will actually reply to this email, and then you can get into a conversation with your customers and build trust, earn their loyalty, get to know them. So if we wanted to add another email, let's say maybe on day 2 or day 5 or day 7, day 19, etc., we could just click here. But for now, we'll just click finish. And it says success. The campaign was successfully created. So we're good. That's it. If you want to view that campaign, we would just go to View Existing, and then you could look at that campaign, and it'll tell you all that information: the opt-ins, the conversion percentage, the CPL, and that was the back end. That was the back end of the actual FrontDesk user panel. So you saw some sample campaigns that we've created. But in the future, if you want to go to prospects, that'll show you all the leads you have. You can look at their address, their contact information, and you can keep track of everyone and follow up. So FrontDesk is really that easy. I'm here on the main screen, and again, there's really only 3 buttons here. So that's it, guys. It's really that simple. We took most of the time on this video kind of brainstorming, thinking of that perfect offer. So that's where I would spend the most time if I was you, is thinking of what's that perfect offer that'll get people to opt in. Because creating the actual FrontDesk campaign itself is pretty easy. It doesn't take a lot of time. Once you've thought of the offer, it really honestly takes like less than 5 minutes to go through and create the FrontDesk campaign itself. So really spend some time thinking about what's the perfect offer. What's an irresistible offer? What is an offer that the prospect or that potential customer just cannot refuse? It's such a good offer that that they just automatically give you their contact information because they want that coupon or they want that experience. So spend some time thinking of a great offer. Create your measurable marketing campaign with FrontDesk and watch the customers sign up. It's a pretty cool feeling when you start getting a lot of new customers on FrontDesk. It's a pretty cool feeling. So thank you so much. You're really going to love FrontDesk, and you're really going to love the fact that now you can measure your marketing.